before all that kind of stuff, I just wanted to get up the hill, get my weights ready. I even have the ABE pre-workout shit over here, along with the other old one, which was not ABE, just for the hell of it. I did take all my vitamins. So, supplements, vitamins, I took them all. Every fucking one. I didn't miss a beat. I just haven't taken my aminos and my fucking pre-workout today. And but I did hit creatine because I didn't want to fucking. Otherwise, if it blows off, it's not good. So I've been working out today. I did some, and I probably re-edited it already, or I haven't re-edited it yet, but I'll just kind of like repeat it. I was just down the hill, just trying to get some cigarettes after some landscaping, and just decided to do some hanging pull-ups. That is, horizontal pull-ups like that, but your legs are in front of you. Okay, that's what I guess you call those. So I kind of misspoke before. Nothing to do with back extensions. And I just did some really leaning close grip curls because I felt it was really not like this kind. I also do these kind, but it was just really close grip. And this time I took a different position. Instead of putting my body down like that while I was doing the curls, I actually bent my knees kind of like that, and then did them in a slightly different angle. I feel slightly different position for them because I had to bend because I bent my knees. Totally different position, but not like altogether different. Just slightly different enough to make that close grip worth doing. That was it so far today. I had some protein early. I don't know. I may have done something early, but the bottom line is no. I took care of last night. I drank some alcohol and just kind of kicked back and I relaxed. Didn't worry about a fucking thing. And today though, I have to get back into it. So obviously, I'm going to start right now. Pretty much, we're almost there. I mean, all my carbs are in me. I don't exactly have a lot of carbs or protein today, but yesterday I did mostly only protein. So it was just a strange, offset eating challenge that I made happen. And in the meantime, this coffee is fucking good. What? Yeah. Yeah, I got angel hair. My mohawk floats. See how it floats? No, it's only because I just tease it a little bit, But truthfully, man, it's so fucking fine up there. My hair is so fine up there. I mean, but it's there. Trust me. Oh yeah, I can grow a normal, everyday haircut like anyone else, and make the sides real short and make it all look perfect and all that shit. But no, I already been that route. I don't fuck with that no more. So when somebody comes on my channel, tries to challenge me on haircuts, like, bro, you probably look like a gay motherfucker. Half the motherfuckers out there don't even know how to get a good haircut. When I look out, even the people that don't look absurdly ugly or anything, they still have no fucking creativity, fucking with their haircut. So why even have one? Is the way I look at it. Why even, I'd rather have just barely any hair up there. A mohawk is fine with me. In the meantime, I got my coffee here. It's fucking delicious. And, I kind of liken myself to my favorite bodybuilder is Rich Piana. I liken myself to a natural version of him. Somebody who doesn't do anything but supplements, which is great for the industry. And I look good. So I think Rich would pat me on the back at his convention and say, hey, good job. But he wouldn't bitch slap me like that retarded kid went down there and got But you know, they made up and stuff. But yeah, he was fucking him up on his IG social media and everything. So, you know, but no, I always liked Rich Piana. I thought he was one of the more interesting bodybuilders I could possibly think of. Other than there's other ones that were good, but a lot of times they were smaller. But Rich was fucking, you know, he was a big fucking son of a bitch. But you know, carrying all that muscle and stuff, it's not natural. So let's just call it what it is. I mean, if you're gonna get like that big, you're gonna have knee problems, elbow problems, heart problems, probably. You know, but it's underreported. I mean, it does happen to these power lifters. There's one dying now with a heart problem. You know, you can't say anything like my heart goes out to you if you're not going to donate it. But at the same time, the guy is literally dying because his heart failing because he was using steroids. What a fucking idiot. Well,
I'm sorry, but I said it. You know, he was the strongest man known on this planet.
you know, period. There's no one that's ever outdone him in the past. So he was one of the biggest power lifters. But look what happened to him. The fucking steroids fucking killed him. So yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. I keep it on level, you know, like a lot of black people don't use nothing. They don't have to. They just build muscle because they know exactly what they're doing. You know, I'll give them kudos for it. You know, I say black people are very good at building muscle. Not all of them, you know, obviously, you know, but I'm just saying for the most part, they know exactly how to fucking tear muscle properly. You know, there's certain because they're athletic as well, so that helps. But not all of them are like that these days because they're so mixed up and you know there's so many different things going on culturally. But you know, black people are extremely good at fucking building muscle. They know exactly what to do, and like you could see one or two black guys in a giant gym full of big guys, and the two black guys in there are fucking ripped, and the motherfucking only ones that are as big or bigger kind of aren't ripped, you know, and they're fucking not black. Now, once in a while, you get some white dude walks in there as fucking, you know, hey, he's the show, and there's nobody to challenge him, you know. But for the most part, I think black people know a lot more about, you know, anatomy, building muscle, what kind of food to eat. You know, I mean, I honestly do believe this. Okay, so if you think I'm joking around, I'm not. I mean, you know, collard greens are fucking healthy as fuck. Yeah, I could. Now it doesn't mean they all eat that way. I mean, a lot of them eat pork. They eat whatever they want. But I'm just saying, on average, they don't overindulge. They know exactly what builds muscle. You know, there's very intelligent people when it comes to athletics and building muscle. I'll go to somebody's channel who's an athletic person just because he's black, just to say, okay, let's see how this cat rolls, and I'm impressed. It's usually not some white dude. Okay, what I do has nothing to do with my motherfucking house. You know, like when I go and work out and shit, or I just go do some labor or something, it's all connective into the tissue. You know, whether you're trying to make some money, doing some detailing on a car, or you're scrubbing windows, or you're fucking picking up rocks and moving them, or you're fucking working out, or you're doing calisthenics, or you're doing upside down push-ups because you know not a lot of people like to do those, and it fucking trips people out. You know, of course. Now, does it mean I'm going to sit there and just get on a dip bar and do upside down push-ups just using my wrist? No, I'm not a gymnast that like that. But what I do know is how to motherfucker tear the muscles. So, you know, if you don't listen to me, then you're going to just be in some bodybuilding place with people that are like the trend twins, wannabes, you know. And they're just getting puffed up by a lot of artificial things happen in muscle tissue when they're inflated from a pump. They also get what do you call it? Like pus. You know, they get inflamed. So you look bigger when you're inflamed. Who wants to be a bodybuilder and getting all giant and then hey, it's a perk to fucking have your muscles inflamed, literally. Because now they'll puff up more. I mean, no, I ain't that guy. You know, I ain't looking to inflame my muscles to where their fucking tissue is fucking like almost an infection, borderline infection. No. But I don't have a gluten issue either, so that's good. Right? This fucking coffee is good as fuck. Clear. So, in the meantime, though, you know, I want to talk to my audience, thank them. Cheers for coming to my channel. Even though if you're from Germany, I'm not speaking German, or if you're from fucking Albania, I'm not speaking Albanian, or if you're from fucking Czechoslovakia and I'm not speaking Czechoslovakian, or if you're from fucking South Asia and I'm not speaking a similar language than they're used to there, or if I'm from fucking Philippines and I'm not speaking the dialect there, I apologize. You know, but nonetheless, come to my channel and see what's up. Get a AI translator if you want to understand. You know, I speak pretty damn good English, and there shouldn't be an issue with like a fucking AI fucking translator. If you're wanting to help my subscribers grow, that would be awesome too. So by doing that, that would in fact just exactly do just that. You know, like if you were to turn me on to people that were from other places in the world, or they could just use the AI translate, and then there's no issues. I mean, a lot of people just don't want to jump on that board. You know, they want you to do all the stuff, or they use the captions, which that's not the same. But I guess captions works, you know. I mean, it works, but I mean, if you want to hear what I'm saying without having to fucking words pop up on the fucking screen, then yeah, use one of those AI ones, AI translators. I'm not doing any comedy recently because you know, I only got 2 likes on my last comedy video, which was not even a minute and fucking 28 seconds. But nonetheless, I got a decent amount of views on it, and I thought it was funny. So if I think it's funny, I'm sure it's just algorithm wise, YouTube doesn't want to show a white guy acting like a prison thug or something, unless there's tattoos all over me, my face and shit. You know what I mean? So maybe next time I do a comedy like that, I'll use the AI fucking feature device more better. You know what I mean? I'll look like an actual fucking right out of
the pen.
Penitentiary, and then that will at least get some attention because people will be like, "Is that a real tattoo or is that AI shit?" A little robotic machine, because I can trick that AI into acting kind of retarded, to be quite honest. See, the AI system was for questions anyway. Chat GTP, if you were to properly interface and configure, then it gets a little flustered, so to speak. It'll answer you like it's got all the answers, but it doesn't. I mean, you can trick that shit up so easy. Trying to say, oh, so you're basing all your. So I asked this question. I told you to leave humanity out of it, and here you are still vectoring into what humanity's opinion would be. Just a little bit here and there, even though I asked you not to. So I mean, the thing's designed to even lie. I mean, come on. I one time I tried to get an answer from it about the COVID inoculation, you know, and I tricked it up and I said, look, this is nanotechnology. And then it went, no, it isn't. And I said, yes, it is. It just happens to be viral computer nanotechnology. And when I said that, it's, oh, yeah, you're 100% right. I apologize. More or less. I mean, if you got a computer that's supposed to be super smart and figure everything out, constantly learning, and you can trick it up that easy, that means it's, you know, it's also, there's deception involved. So it's not going to it's going to try to veer away from, let's say, classified information, obviously, right? Or classified They don't want you to get certain things answered. Maybe it has to do with, shifty illegal maneuvers to keep people's mind like in the herd so that they don't stray. So yeah, just like they kind of like give us ear candy and everyone just kind of tends to do it because they don't know what else to fucking do. Yeah, that's exactly what's up. They're pretty much stranded themselves. They might have a lot of money and everything else, but when it comes down to the shit happening, those people, if they didn't have somebody like a police officer to be able to arrive within 10 minutes, they're gonna fucking die in like no time at all. I mean, because most people are not prepared. Does it mean they know what they're doing with one? Not likely. A lot of people do not know what they're fucking doing with a gun, and so even though they have one in their house, the next thing they know, they're fucking getting robbed at gunpoint because their fucking guns in the drawer. I mean, that's just as everyday people are like that. So I'm gonna get the bar. Just start doing some shoulders. So I might as well start doing some shoulders. Of course, me doing shoulders also probably means there's going to be some curls involved because when I do my shoulders, I like to mix in some kinds of curls, not just to pull off good veins in my biceps, but also because my shoulders and my biceps help cuts. So, like, if I was just to hit shoulders, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to me. So, because if you get your bicep round here, okay, it's going to help to cut there, okay? So, I mean, that's just how
It is.
So, and a lot of people don't talk about that. So, I'm talking about it right now. I'm going to start super light on my some curls, but they're going to go right into shoulder work. So, even though it's super light, it's going to go into shoulder work. So, I'm going to start a little wide grip. Okay, so earlier I was doing leaning close grips. Remember? I told you I was doing leaning bar close grips. So that's why I'm doing wide grip now. And I'm using a lighter weight because I already kind of tore into my muscle tissues a little doing those close grip curls today. I did 3 nice sets, but I don't always do close grip curls like that. So it really hit my biceps good. So I'll just go ahead and do the same. Try to go to 30. Go a little more. There we go. So sometimes I'll intermix a superset for that. When it comes to curls, I'll sometimes just mix in shoulders directly with curls. Okay. Quiet, Bella. Quiet, Bella. So I'm just going to simply increase a little bit on weight, just because I need a little more weight on there, but not too much more. Fix the camera a little. And because I already did a quick together set of curls down the hill that were close together with not even 10 seconds or 8 seconds, I was already doing another set. You know, I tore them pretty good already just from that one set a little bit. So anything lighter and different will be able to, you know, kind of like hopefully regenerate any fatigue because it's only one set. But I did quite a few rep sets of it. So, all right. Okay, 42 right there. That's good. All right. So I had to go ahead and pound into that a little bit. Just for those who don't know me, are off schedule. Biceps is something I hit. It's so often it's on schedule most of the time, but doesn't mean my biceps are going to grow like some bodybuilders. They're just going to get shapier. I like how, you know, anyone that works out wants their biceps to look good. First. Okay, I'm just going to start with 14 because I plan on trying to hit 6 sets of the presses, forward presses. So to do that, you got to just kind of give up on your rep sets early, even though it feels feeble. So you can at least try to coordinate towards like 5, 6 sets. That way, if you need to increase weight, you might even be able to do that. Stop at 20 because we did 16 last time, so four more reps on that, so that's good. Haven't had to add any weight or didn't feel an urge to yet, so I'm not gonna. But whenever you want to do shoulders and you do want to pump, you also want to make sure those arms are pumped too. How weird would it look if you just went in to do shoulders and you didn't touch your arms at all? No, I have quite a lot of weight. Put those on. And Okay. Oof. All right, there we go. All right, so for now, I'm taking a video break because I got to reorganize for the continuation. I feel like I should do some Stimpies for y'all, but this isn't a specialty tricep day, so no Stimpies are gonna probably go on today. But I do want to kind of just do some of these. Try to go down at an angle, like you're pulling a sword out of somebody else's fucking thing, set, whatever. So just, I like to do stuff like this. So just kind of do it at an angle. You try to keep the bars straight, but these bars are heavy, so I just felt like throwing that in there really quick because I do stuff like that. You got to remember, man, all that steel that's in this bar right here. I mean, they probably had fucking swords that weighed that much back in the Middle Ages. I mean, just think about trying to fuck with that and try to get somebody. I'm sorry, man. Wouldn't be you. All slicing would have to happen. So let's try to do these right. And you try to stay like that at a slight angle. That's why I like these bars, because you can just use them in the same way you would a weight. But yeah, I was only off camera for a few seconds and I decided I wanted to throw those in there. Stuff like that. It's always gonna help the brachialis and the forearm, especially if that week you are already doing forearm exercises. So stuff like that is perfect. And it's also gonna hit the exterior parts of the muscle groups. So, and in and around your elbow and forearm and your outer tricep and bicep a little bit, you know, because it's kind of a curl. You're going like that, you know, so it's kind of a sawing motion too. But just do one more set. I'm gonna start with the other side. The other side's weaker right now on me. So let's start with the weak side. Try to get it stronger. It's pretty much a strain though. Okay, done with that arm. God, I'm glad I got that done because my forearm is really strained from that arm. Whew. See how more steady I am with this arm? It's because the forearm on my left has got strained like a motherfucker. I think that was about the same amount. Anyway, I want to put that on camera. Because see, the exercises like that, you're also trying to balance an awkward thing. It's not a dumbbell. So when you're doing stuff like that, it's just going to make that much more improvements.
When you're trying to build shape.
Worked out, but I just wanted to show you guys the cuts that this calf is. I'm getting out of my calf. I mean, hold on. There we go. Look at this. Can you guys see that shit? That's a shapy calf. And look at the front part. The front part sticks out on the shin. See? See, that's how you get a calf to shape and cut, by being like me. Wakey bakey. And I was started off with some isometrics. And I'm keeping it low because there's a fucking weirdo lady over here and I don't want to get loud. And she'll get loud. She's a fucking mess in the brain. So, and a lot of other things. And anyway, so I just want to start this video with, I did isometrics prior to the camera work, oblique isometrics, and as well, not really just isometrics, but they're oscillating isometrics. So now I'm going to do some more of these other ones I just thought of because they feel really good. They're like a weird back extension, but you hold yourself in a straight up push-up kind of position. Do some more of these. Remember, I just woke up, so I just now getting woke up. So things are a little awkward. You gotta readjust, but they're not awkward when you're doing. If I had some of that stuff you spray on a quarterback's hands or the football or whatever, just make it stickier. I wouldn't have to keep readjusting, but it's a great exercise. Fucking great for oscillating isometrics and making just interesting things go on. Now you're doing a minor kind of like back extension, but you're also tightening your core. It's really cool. I was going to go into eating eggs and stuff, but instead I'm just going to go through these Vienna sausage again. They're really quick and soluble protein. And that way they digest quick while I'm starting my workout day. Today I'm going to try to put a better set together for you on camera so that my sets go together a little more appropriately than so sparsely. I didn't do that intentionally. I just talk a little more now, don't I? But here we go. Second cam. But that's just, you gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta get in and not worry about time. I got a little time on my hands, but not that much. Go run around cooking up stuff. Now I could swallow some eggs too, soluble protein. I'm actually thinking about doing that. So let's go ahead and do that. Got most of the egg. Whew. So I used to be able to do that really good. Just crack it one time, but not just put it in my mouth. Just like I was just good at it because I was a guy that worked in a kitchen, a nice kitchen, 4-star kitchen. Let's get some of this morning whatever off my face and get it going on today. Man, there was a lot of dirt up there. I gotta go shower too later, but in the meantime, we gotta get ready for this workout. So I'm here for it. I ain't fucking showing up late for nothing. Sometimes if I choose to, I can because I'm my own CO. I can do whatever I fucking want. I'm my own CO. Like I can give orders to myself. See how that works? It's called discipline. If something's delayed because we're gonna have that fire drill, so we'll have to do drill practice later, and that's just how it is, But just gonna get my hands a little cleaner now. I should do a couple more of those, but I still got some of these Vienna sausages to eat, so I might as well just put them down. Mm-hmm. And then do some more of them after what I left out of the equation is natural atrophy will occur better if you're just eating protein a couple days out of the week and like just skimming on carbs. So, you can kind of trim up and look a little sharper from just a day or two of just straight up meat, protein, nothing else. It actually is good for you to do that a couple days a week. It's way better to do something like that than fast, depending, of course, on what kind of meat you're eating, from what factory, from what Oprah show, Nightmare, cow disease, or any of that stuff. I'm just saying, the best soluble protein is going to digest quick for a workout. Well, what would you rather have, a shake or Vienna sausage? I'm just saying, a Vienna sausage tastes horrible, but I mean, at least it's fucking straight out of the motherfucking animal with just what do you call it? maceration is the only thing that has gone on to make it look like it does. But other than that, it's a little closer to reality. So I eat that, and I just started eating eggs again. I haven't eaten eggs in over a couple of years, probably, or if I did, I just don't remember. Last time I tried buying some, I broke them all. So, but yeah, I still got little meat chunks in my mouth, and it tasted really good actually. The Vienna sausage, you get used to stuff, you kind of get used to it, and then all of a sudden it's good. It tastes good. Now it's not tasting like horrible as like it used to, and it's quick to digest. That's the best part about Vienna sausage. It's quick to digest. I can wait a half an hour and that shit practically be ready to go. As far as protein goes, all that. But the one thing is, you got to have roughage occasionally. So if I can't get some roughage, I'll get some acid from some lime juice or anything that will help help clean your guts out. A little bit of acidity in your food is kind of necessary to clean out your digestive system. It also depends on what you're eating, but obviously, some people think they're just bent on eating lots of salad to make that happen. But the truth is, it's not the guarantee. Just because it's like lettuce or salad that you're going to have the best digestive system. No, you actually have to pay attention to things that are liquid, like fucking in liquid form, like lime juice, lemon juice, stuff like that. Even though you don't want to overdo it with it, it will help if you're eating stuff that does have roughage in it. It will help the digestive system. That's all I'm saying. Without the acid, yeah, it's something I do a lot. I don't have any, lemonade. I don't have any lime juice. So without the acid, it's kind of rough. But yeah, I like to at least 4 or 5 days a week get some form of acid in my stomach, whether it's lime juice, lemon juice, some kind of anything, orange juice. And the acid will help your digestion. It breaks down food, so basic. If you want your digestive to work better, you're going to have to start engaging in that, or otherwise your food will just sit in your gut like Elvis Presley and John Wayne, who had like over 50 pounds of shit, half digested meat stuck in their gut that wouldn't go anywhere, that wasn't going to even make it through their gut. So it just sat there for years until autopsy proved that's, part of the reason why they died. Their health got bad from internal health. Fucking way too much shit was in their stomach, and they were probably not drinking enough stuff that would help the digestion. Maybe they were pouring too much wine and stuff like that and thinking that's going to work. But no. Now when you eat hardcore fucking steaks and, burgers all the time and chicken tenders, you do have to have quite a bit of some kind of juice that has acidity to it. And that's the bottom line. Just to help digestion, otherwise you're going to be having all kinds of problems. It really isn't about the lettuce. It isn't about the fucking salad. It isn't about the Brussels sprouts. It's about the fucking acid that you get out of lime juice, lemon juice. And then whatever you call it, your mulch pile down there in your gut, it starts fucking mulching shit right away. Like all of a sudden that shit's fucking digested 10 times quicker than it would be if you didn't. So anyway, I just want to get that out. So I do have some lime juice, but I don't trust it. So today I'll probably try to acquire some kind of acid out of a drink, but not necessarily lime or lemon juice. Or I'll just try to get some kind of, something with fucking citrus in it, and that'll do. But right now I think I got just enough to start my workout, so I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Some of those off camera, I don't even think I should do another set, but maybe I should, just because I did another set and by accident it was off camera. So, but anyway, at least I showed them to you. And yeah, that's pretty much it right now. My cup has seen better days. rep. So, um, this Troy, all it is it's basically just an assisted dip, you know. I'll see the assisted dip on the bench below, though, with your right hand, face the hand outward like a wing on a plane. Okay? So, two different ways to hold. So, go, 2, 3, just bend your knees, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, for just the example purposes, I'm going to go through my reps. Start going through my reps right now. So when you switch around, do the same thing. Put this hand facing out like a wing on a plane, and your inside hand that's higher facing forward. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so that's how to do it. I was trying to. I don't know what it was. It wasn't really a brain fart. It was just that the second time I did those reps off camera, I had my hands both facing forward, and I said, "Wait a minute, I didn't do that the first time." So you know, a little bit of an error inside doesn't fucking follow up anything. With the, it's basically the same movement. It's just you're moving your one hand one direction, and the other hand's facing the other direction. So I practice stuff like that regularly, and I think lots of capabilities actually, you know, obviously for, but notwithstanding that it looks like it's going to come from the upper body, a lot of the angles of wrists becomes more important. How I work out. So I just like to put my wrists in different positions and constantly stick with that MO. So that's how my hands are going to be placed when I go down. One's facing that way. This one's facing that way in front of me. Again, same thing, hand out, like it would be if you're looking out a plane wing or window and you see the wing. See the wing, and then you put this hand forward. Do another 20.
Okay.
I sometimes at the end I like to just kind of keep tight for a split second before I just hop up and get off the exercise because the reps are so coming kind of easy. So towards the end, I'll like put a little micro hold position in there sometimes when I do exercises that are, you know, obviously regularly.
More or less easy exercises.
I mean, these aren't super difficult at all, but you can make them tear muscle. Then, you know, at the end of the day, this shit fucking tears muscle the same fucking way. Switch. Take a split break.
And just a little bit of a, as if you had to take a breath of air.
Now, exhale. Now let your arms hang for a split second. Shake. Other side 30. Okay, so I'm known for changing it up and doing stuff like that. So for in the future, from this day forward, we'll be going on one more year for 4 years of steady health consciousness. Even though I smoke and drink, smoke weed, everything else has been worked out. Okay, going on 3 years. I mean, actually, it's been 3 years. Just one more year, I should make more improvements. Muscle builds at a certain rate, so. Just trying to get a little dust out of them. These are pretty old. Now we're going to do the same exercise with these. Okay? But this time, you know, the position, you just start the standard position. Don't do anything different. As if you're doing, I mean, don't change your wrist positions. Keep them the same. One's higher, that's all. All right. So, I get it right about there. Okay, we're just gonna start with 12 on the first side. So these things come in super handy for what I call non-gym equipment kind of ability to do something that you could only imagine in the gym you could do. You have to have stuff like this every now and then. First you got to do the regular push-up or whatever you're doing, and then you start busting into using these. You know, like I said, keep the wrist position the same. Okay, so that was easy enough. Just starting off with reps for each side. Try and make them equal reps. Obviously, you know, you're doing alternating stuff. You always want to try to match what you did on the other version. So now, right now, I'm not gonna keep doing these. I'm actually gonna center on something else right now, and that is calf raises. Some calf raises. They're kind of push-up style. You kind of do a push-up, but you're actually just kind of going forward. I mean, they pretty much are inclines. It's just that you're concentrating on your calves, pretty much. So you can't see it, but that's what I'm moving. My calves are doing all the movement, and my body's just going with the calf. So I'll show you in a second, just because my camera's up high and I don't have my tripod right now. But we will do that right now. I'll show you. Now, because there's a little bit of a hill here, I like concrete normally when I do these. So without concrete, your feet will slip a little and you got to adjust. But these kind of calf raises are great because they also are working your upper body. Okay. These calf raises, I'm going to just do them from here now because it should probably be easier from here. Yeah, these calf raises, and I know you can't see my calves moving, but that's what's doing all the moving. It's just yeah, that's it. Just my calves. These are calf raises, but they look like push-ups. Now you speed up. Now, okay, we'll just stop at around 30. But you just gotta trust me. I'm using only my calves on that shit. Sure, my upper body has been doing a kind of a push-up, but it's just to keep up with what the calves are doing. It's a calf raise. It's the way I like to do them. So here, now I'll just show you from down here. Make it a little more better. At least you'll be able to see that, I'm actually doing calves. Come over here a little bit. I don't want to try not to get no sap on me, but okay. All right, here we go. We'll stick with 40 for now. I did 3 sets in. I really just wanted to show that's a great way to do calf raises at that angle. I'm not sure exactly why I'm trying to, sell you on my calf raises, other than have you ever had a dream where you're running? In the dream, you're so leaning forward, you should fall on your face, but because your legs are traveling so fast, but in slow motion, but that's why you're not falling on the ground. You ever had a dream like that? Well, anyway, so when I do those, I feel like I'm controlling that non-control that I may have had in the past from a dream. So like now I'm actually controlling the movement, which is a muscle contraction and a calf raise. But it phases into the same thing. You're leaning forward, like you're fucking going like the $6 million man, fucking 80 miles an hour running. I mean, you have to lean forward so you don't blow over, because literally you don't weigh enough to go 60 miles an hour without blowing right over. So you got to lean forward. So yeah, I use, and that's kind of how I break into a metaphysical location too, as well, when I do my muscle routines. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like I connect a lot easier when I'm doing stuff that you don't see people doing. I've seen guys doing stuff similar, and women and guys alike, doing that kind of similar exercises maybe in the past, just don't remember. So, like, I didn't invent it was what I'm saying. It's just a calf raise, but it's my style of calf. Now, there's another one I do. Now, normally I would hold a weight. I don't have a weight, so but I do have this. This is my, you see me using this. My little, I should have two of them, but that's okay. I like to alternate stuff anyway. We're just gonna lower the tension a little because last time I did them, they were high tension, man. They were fucking hard to do. So let's see if I can lower the tension a little on this thing so I can feel a little better about it. Cause, all right. So you just do a regular calf raise, but at the same time you squeeze. Okay. Switch arms. See, normally I would do that with about, I would say 2/3 of a curl. I would not even a curl, just like I'd have a bar in my hand and I'd do them like this. But this will work too. Matter of fact, this might even be better. So let's do another 16. Okay. So I do shit like this. So, I mean, you might, in your world, it might be nothing to you. So, because a lot of people that are in calisthenics, they got pretty good programs of their own. Just they call themselves calisthenics peeps or whatever. But it doesn't necessarily mean like I'm trying to dial into everyone else's thing. I have my own thing. So I dial into my own thing. They dial into their own thing, and that's how I roll. So sometimes, I know that if I put 2, 3 more times more effort into building and eating food and digestion and other concerns, quitting smoking, various other things, I would grow out of, a little bit out of control because I'm so good at it. So, but yeah, I don't want to try to be a bodybuilder anytime soon. So, in the meantime, let's go back to doing those. Calf raises a la with a wrist, whatever they call these things. This one's called Athletic Works. Okay, switch. Okay. Yeah. See, so I already did my set of calves the way I normally do them. But here I go messing with other kinds of stuff. See what I'm saying? Like, that's an anatomy orientationalist 101 right there. We can't stay hooked to certain exercises. We have to alternate. I mean, sometimes even though I want my upper half to be cooler looking all the time, but I'm always compliant with whatever it gives me. Calves are super important lately to me. So, just to increase my everything. I mean, calves are just fucking cool looking, man. When they start to develop, I mean,
That's all I'm saying.
Not that mine are looking super great right now, because technically I've just started to break into paying close attention to calves. So they probably didn't gain any size, but they may have got way better cut up. You know, I'm not always paying attention to my calves, so, but plus genes will kind of like deflake all the hair off your calf. So you know, if your calf is growing, that probably means, you know, it's going to have less hair on it from your jeans, wearing jeans. But anyway, I don't think I grew that much on calves. I just know I shaped them a lot. In the past 6 months, I started doing extra calf. Raises. I would always do stuff like that, but now I've just increased my repertoire. There's such an easy contraction. And the best part about it is you get a lot of blood moving in the other part of your body that's kind of probably even going to manage to do a lot more for you in the long run. So let's go ahead and do more of these. Wow, I got 40 in on that one. That was rough. Whew. That shit was rough. See, but I like to do stuff like this whenever you mix in arms when you're doing calves. Probably one of the better combinations for your anatomy to build up muscle properly, just as a natural, that is. I'm not saying somebody that's on something that's exotic, but if you're a natural, these kinds of exercises are going to make you look bomb as fuck in the long run. You know, my calves feel good, and you know, every muscle counts. So when you're working out up here to look good up here, don't get skinny jeans just because your calves are so small.
Remember, you don't want skinny jeans. You want calves. And then you worry about what kind of pants you wear.